So a while back I saw this video where this person was talking about the possibility of Kurt Cobain being trans, and since then I have hated the person who made that video. Not because they're trans, I could care less, but it's because they're the kind of person who wants everyone to be trans regardless if it makes sense or not, just to try to make themselves look like less of an outcast. They'd be like, did you guys hear that the founding fathers mentioned that a trans woman was at the signing of the Declaration? It's like, yeah, dog, they were just making fun of the way Ben Franklin looked. They didn't call him old Ben the tranny for nothing, you know what I mean? Here comes tranny Ben. Look at this weirdo, man. We got wigs. That's your real hair. But the person in that video is Lilly Tino, a trans TikToker with over 400,000 followers. And some of you guys might have seen their content before. If you haven't, it's literally just them talking about their sex change and then getting mad at people for calling them sir on accident, and then basically just anything giving them an excuse to say the word trans.
When egg is a transgender trans. Come here. Transgender woman, trans. Do you think you might be transgender? Trans. You know, it sounds crazy, but trans women can produce milk.
But that is literally all her videos are. If you think, oh, she's about to do a food review, wrong. It's them talking about how they had their fucking nuts removed.
I got my cake pops removed, but now it's time to turn my candy cane into a donut.
Or you're like, for sure, they can't possibly go into more detail about that, and this is actually going to be a real food, wrong.
With the meatballs gone, his next move will be to split the manicotti straight down the middle.
But now you're like, surely, this phallic piece of eatery is merely clickbait, and she's going to tell us about how good these Disney corn dogs are.
They're going to cut it down the middle. They will then take off the outer lining of the corn dog, flip it inside out, and make something of a tunnel.
And you can go through every single one of her videos, and by the fifth one, if you don't hate this person as much as the rest of us do, then we might have to bully you until you understand. But recently, Lily Franklin over here took a trip to Disney World, and of course, when you go to a place like Disney World, especially as a trans woman, there's only one thing to do. What's that voice over there? Meet Mickey Mouse! Wrong, it's rank the women's restrooms and how friendly they are towards trans people. Yeah, this fucking weirdo actually thought it was a good idea to take pictures of themselves in a public bathroom without waiting for the people in the background to leave, or at least block out their face. They only block out one person's face, but it's still like, why the fuck are you taking pictures in the bathroom? Like the trans community is going to care at all about your rankings. A normal trans person would use the restroom and leave. They're not ranking them. Like, what is this? This was my first time using a woman's room at Disney, so I was nervous, but thankfully nobody looked at me weird. Yeah, thankfully nobody looked at me weird, so let's just change that and bust out the old selfie stick so I can take a picture showing everyone that I'm a big boy. I took a poop for the first time in a ladies' restroom. I'm a big boy now. Like, look at this smirk. Yeah, I killed it. There's no other trans person who uses restrooms like me. This is gonna get so many upvotes on my Reddit. This next one's even funnier though. Got misgendered right before this pic, so the vibes were off. What the hell does that even mean? Did you think someone was going to come in mid-shit and be like, yeah, sir, you actually belong over there? This is ranking of a bathroom, not tell us how you feel. How do the seats feel? What is the toilet paper like? This ranking was literally him just seeing if anyone gave him weird looks for walking into the women's restroom, with a penis, mind you. And guess what? If they did, you got a low score, but if they called you Mademoiselle, then this is the best restroom in the world. This one actually might be tied for the funniest one though. It says, had a friend with me so I felt safe, and then it's the fucking janitor. Why would you feel safe with a man in the woman's restroom? Obviously you haven't been studying on how to be a woman hard enough, because any woman would not feel any safer with the janitor in the bathroom while they're in there. Oh thank God, the guy who keeps this place remotely clean is here. Now I can finally queef in peace. Or whatever women do in the restroom. Make out with each other? But they even uploaded a video right before they uploaded these bathroom pictures talking about, I'm not sure how to use these bathrooms, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. How much of a loser do you have to be to where you make the bathrooms at Disney World one of the main focuses of your trip? I can promise you that no trans person was like, did you see this? Did you see this? They got misgendered at Tiffin's restaurant. Well, I know where I won't be taking my shits. I'm taking my poops to the French Epcot Center. They call me Mademoiselle and wipe my ass for me. But everyone in the comments is literally like, what the fuck are you doing, brother? A lot of the comments are just this. His name is Nicholas Cantino. He is cosplaying, not transitioning. He's 100% rage baiting at this point. Lilly Tino is just a character he plays. I'm so glad one of the women he caught on camera in a Disney bathroom is looking for a lawyer to sue. Plus, both Disney and Florida have rules and laws against recording people in bathrooms. Now we'll talk about the lawsuit soon, but while I usually don't like the copy and paste method when trying to expose someone, this is probably the best way to go about it, seeing as that this dude doesn't care at all about the privacy he invaded by taking these pictures.
Those Disney bathroom selfies got y'all real upset, huh? Saying, oh, Lily, you can't take selfies in the bathroom. It's not appropriate. Well, let me remind you that literally every celebrity you've ever enjoyed on screen has at one point taken a bathroom selfie. For example, and it's not just celebrities. Any woman you ever meet has likely taken a photo in a public bathroom. Why, you ask? Because we look cute and we want to document it. So what is different about me that I'm not allowed to take bathroom selfies? The easy answer here is, oh, Lily, you're a trans woman, so you get held to a different standard. And that is true. But people judge trans women differently depending on how well they pass. If you pass, that means you don't look trans. I know that I don't pass. Trust me, I know. But passing privilege is a real thing.
Yo, imagine having white passing privilege? What's that, like white privilege plus? Gotta pay a subscription to have that? But this video actually got me thinking that he is just rage baiting everyone, because there is no way he doesn't see what he did was wrong. Like, who cares if every woman on earth has taken a bathroom selfie at one point in their life? I can guarantee you that 99.99999% of them make sure that nobody else is in the picture, literally like the ones you just showed. And the fact that he admits that he knows he's not quote-unquote passing, meaning that he literally looks like a guy dressed as a girl, but still gets mad at people misgendering him, only proves that he's doing this for the camera. Like in all the videos where people mistakenly call him sir, they apologize right after, but he's still like, oh, I can't believe you said that. I don't even know if I could eat here anymore. But then eats his food like he's on an episode of Man vs. Food. But because taking pictures in a public bathroom is almost impossible to explain without sounding like a weirdo, completely impossible when there's people you don't know in the background and you try to compare what you did to a celebrity taking a picture in the bathroom in their own house, there are going to be a few people who are upset with what you did. And by a few, I mean 461,295 of them. So there are more people that signed this petition than the amount of TikTok followers she has. And these people are dead serious. The issue, as a concerned parent, ensuring the well-being and safety for my child is my utmost priority. In today's digital age, platforms like TikTok play a significant role in influencing the younger generation. It is distressing to witness individuals exploiting these platforms in ways that could potentially harm and endanger the well-being of users, especially children. Lilly Tino, an individual who identifies as male but presents as female, has been seen entering spaces meant for women. Concerns have been raised about her behavior, especially considering that she's been accused of acting inappropriately in front of minors and being a possible threat. Her presence on TikTok has sparked an alarm among many users who believe her actions are not only misleading but also dangerous. We call upon TikTok to carefully evaluate Lilly Tino's presence on their platform, considering the broad consensus that her actions may not align with community guidelines aimed at protecting users, especially minors. Removing her account would be a prudent step in safeguarding the community and conveying a zero-tolerance policy towards behaviors that could endanger others. And look, in the time it took for me to read that, this petition gained 80 more signatures. So these people aren't playing around, and like I said, I have no problem with trans people at all, but I do have a problem with one of them talking about their dick being inverted in a place meant for children. Like, he could have easily explained all this sex change stuff at his house, but he chooses to do it in public spaces because he thinks this is going to make trans people more accepted. Or like people say, he's just rage baiting. But I honestly think that's just him, and he really thinks he's doing nothing wrong. Like, nobody, not even Dan Henschel, is committed to a bit this hard, especially when it involves getting sued. But the actual reason I made this video was because I saw this video talking about Lily being sued after another woman in the background of one of the pictures he took is now trying to find a lawyer to see what she can do.
Well, it's official. The first person has come forward to press charges against Lilly Tino.
Now, I looked everywhere, and other than this petition, there was no one talking about the lawsuit anywhere. There are a lot of TikTokers talking about the lawsuit, but I have yet to find an official source saying something about her getting sued. That's not to say the people in the photos aren't mad. Like in this first picture, there's a lady who is clearly visible, and if you know her, then you would recognize her from this picture, and I doubt she wants to be associated with this. Yeah, guys, they're still uploading videos like they didn't do anything wrong. Their most recent one being a video responded to J.K. Rowling calling them out, saying this man's bathroom photos are trophies. He wants women and girls in the background because it proves he's violating women's boundaries. Without actual females there as props, all he's got is a selfie of a scary looking creep in mouse ears, which is remotely what he's after. Now when J.K. Rowling of all people is calling you out and people are agreeing with her, then you know you did something wrong. But did Lilly Tino realize that? Maybe when they get kicked off TikTok, they will. Until tomorrow, peace. It's so goddamn hot.